Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a celebrity mashup kind of kiki moment, and we're going to talk about what's going on with Marilyn Manson and also Jennifer Lopez and ARod. So a lot of you have been asking for this, and I'm here to give you the tea. I'm just shuffling my tarot deck. I'm not doing on the camera screen at this time because today was just a little busy, so I felt it was much easier just connecting back to my roots of how I used to do these kind of celeb mashups. So I hope that you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing fine. Now, if you don't know, there were some allegations, that surfaced, I believe, with what's her name? I'm just gonna look it up here because I don't remember her name. Was it Rachel Woods? So let me just make sure so I can tell you. Yeah, Rachel Wood, right? Let me see. Just making sure. Yeah. So I'm just going to call her Rachel Wood. And she was in, I guess, some kind of abusive relationship with, that she went allegedly, this is all allegedly, of course, that she underwent some kind of abuse while dating Marilyn Manson. I mean, you just have to kind of, ask yourself, just looking at Marilyn Manson, that he's into darker things. It just look at like Rose McGowan, how she is now. She dated him as well. If you don't know who Rose McGowan is, she played what was it, Paige on Charmed, the show. So there's a lot of things going on. I did a reading on Marilyn Manson, and I had some troll comment, well, this did not age well or whatnot. But again, people don't understand. They come to my channel. They don't understand that what we see as psychics can change. Nothing is written in stone, and I've always said that. So if you go and listen to Marilyn Manson Part 1, when I did the reading, again, there was a lot of things that were different. Do I feel like he's ultimately like a bad person? No. Do I feel like there may be some truths into what is being shared? Yes. But do I also feel like Rachel Wood is a good person? No. Again, there's so much of this victim mentality that we are seeing here. So I'm going to see like what is going on with him mentally, because I think a lot of fans are worried, or people are just questioning, is there any validity here? He is worried about his money. He was dropped from his record company, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So there is some fears here of some loss. He's not sleeping well. I do feel like he's very erratic right now. He may be popping, some medication to calm his nerves. There is definitely a lot of there is somebody else that's a female in his life that is kind of trying to calm him down and tell him that things are going to be okay. And there's also a strong male as well. So I don't know if this is like a friend that he has, but I do get that. I see here that this is not going to last too long. I feel like it's going to die off. I feel like some of these allegations and things that she is claiming may be a little bit of a stretching of the truth or the imagination. I'm never the type of person to take sides, especially when it comes to victims of abuse. You always want to believe the abuser, but you have to ask yourself and be very logical in the type of world that we're living in right now, where people are canceling other people for anything. We are seeing this repeatedly, specifically in Hollywood, is something that is not uncommon, for them to be victims. And like people have said, you are not a victim. I mean, how could you not know that you were going to potentially experience some darker situations just looking at Marilyn Manson, knowing who he is? But I do feel like there was definitely something between him and another woman. So I don't know if they kind of, had an open relationship, or in their sexual privacy, that they had some kind of a third party situation, like a love triangle, or they would experiment with, going, I don't want to get into that because there may be younger listeners, but I'm just saying, if you're an adult, I think you may understand what I'm preluding to, or trying to allude to. I feel like there's definitely a lot of things going on that are darker, that are not healthy. with, her and him. I feel like she was manipulated, or, she was threatened? No, I don't feel that. I feel like there was definitely some money issues. I don't know if she wanted money from him and it wasn't being given, but there definitely is some of this stress around this. But I do feel like for him, and this situation is definitely there's going to be truths that are exposed and coming out. I feel like he's trying to move away from this. He doesn't like the drama. He doesn't like this that's going on. And is he done? Is the question. Is he going to prison? Is he done with, with his career in making music? I don't feel like that's the case. But it's very suspicious that the record company would do that. And again, this is the culture that we live in. It's all about being canceled. But I see him in another relationship, honestly. So I don't know who this is about, but there is like a marriage proposal or some kind of marriage or some kind of ritual, something that was done or that will be done in the future. I feel like this is more future oriented, where he actually gets married with someone. So again, I don't know what kind of rituals or things that they participated in that were, satanic or whatever, but the things that I see, the visions that I see and things, it definitely was darker. So I do feel like maybe she was like kind of haunted by some of this and didn't agree to it. But yeah, I feel like for the most part, Marilyn Manson is trying to move on from this. He is embarrassed by it on some level, but there's a lot of love coming up in this reading that I'm pulling up. We have the Ace of Cups. Y'all can't see it here, but I'm telling you, around him there's an Empress, there's the Ace of Cups, I have the King of Wands, and I have the Two of Cups. So there's a lot of love coming up here. I feel like this is not just love from his diehard fans, but also I get the Ace of Swords, so in the Sun card. So it's like it's looking positive for him. I feel like some of these allegations are going to be squashed. We will see though, because she is in Hollywood as well. And again, a lot of these women, that are in these situations, they cry victim, but they are not innocent at all. Like you cannot be someone, you can't be naive and say that you're innocent if you're getting into a relationship with someone like Marilyn Manson. Do I personally like Marilyn Manson? I've never listened to, well, I probably did listen to his music, like not like all his album, but maybe like a song or two in junior high, right? Like I guess we all grew up in the 90s, right? So like, well, some of us, but like 95, he was the in thing, and around that time. But I see a lot of communication, a lot of expressive love and support. So I don't feel like he has anything really to worry about with her. Let me see what is showing up with her. She's going to have to be strong. This is backfiring in some way for her. It's not. I think people are speculating and kind of seeing the truth here. She has a lot of different hopes and outcomes. Like she wants money out of this, but it's not going to be the outcome that she expects, and then she's going to go away. And I feel like she's done this with other people in the past. Like she has threatened to do something similar. So I feel like also it's going to be something that she does get, maybe like a settlement or something, but it's not like he's admitting to guilt or anything. There will be some kind of money. I see something about money here. It's very interesting. I see him working again. But for her, like, this is something that she is just, she's putting herself in a position that is not healthy for herself. And I feel like there's a lot of dark energy that Marilyn has, that has obviously rubbed off and is maybe haunting her in some way. And so I feel like, again, she may have a lot of support now from certain people, but I also feel like it's not the outcome that she wants. This is creating bad karma for herself to pursue it, to even, to publicly come out with this at this time, because of the fact that I kind of feel like she was not as innocent as she is proclaiming to be. And again, this is just allegedly. This is what I'm seeing from Spirit. Spirit knows. And so we will have to see how all of this plays out. Now let's shift over to JLO and ARod. So there were claims, trying to find out. Hold on one second. Let me, I'm just here on my PC. Let's see, JLO. Okay, so apparently there was a scandal with a Southern Charm star, Madison LaCroix. She's been in other scandals with Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari. Um, so she's like, there was rumors that she had slept with Alex, or she was having some kind of relationship, which it's come out to be apparently, um, that was just those were the rumors, but apparently she said that this is not true, none of this is true, blah blah blah. But I've always said I don't feel like Jennifer and ARod are really compatible, apart from what you see, the facade and the thing that you see. I mean, she's like the modern day Elizabeth Taylor in the aspect that of how many engagement rings and how many marriages, right, that she's had, and she has not been really happy in none of them. And if, I mean, maybe she was happy, but like, she's just moved from one relationship to the next. And that's what I say with Hollywood. Like, a lot of these are more business situationships, and they're not really healthy. They're not really true, authentic love. Like, people think that it is, because you see them on the red carpet and you see them smiling and moving on. So, I see here is that right now, like, they have created Jennifer and ARod, they are focused on the future. They do want to get married. They do want to proceed with that. They have goals to achieve what they want to achieve, but there's more scandals on the way. The battle is not over with. There's going to be a lot. Their relationship is not perfect, and I don't feel like it's automatic. Like, it is. It's not what the public sees. Okay, it's a lot more red tape here. Does JLo love him? I think that she may love him to a certain extent, but I also feel like she's a user, and I never have really cared for her, and I'm the one celebrity psychic that's going to keep it real regardless of what people say or don't say. I feel like she's a user. She uses men, and it's like to say that she has a relationship and that she is Jenny from the block. But honestly, I feel like Alex is too good for her. I feel like she would be, very meticulous, very picky. Can she truly love? I don't feel like she has that, because her karmic lessons here on earth have been repeating over and over and it's very evident when you look at her relationships. She repeats different relationships over and over again. So I kind of feel like, this is more for a financial, like a mutual financial type of beneficiary, well, that's not even the right word. It's more of like a financial mutual agreement, and I feel like they thrive out of this relationship or situationship. I don't want to call it like a fiance engagement type of thing, because I really don't feel like it's going to last. And I've said this before, even with Haley Baldwin, I believe, and Justin Bieber, that I felt like that relationship won't last. So I kind of feel the same thing with JLo and ARod. I feel like, again, they may have moments of happiness with each other's respective family, the children, but ultimately, I don't feel like this is a soulmate union. And I do feel like he is going to get tired of some of this, and I feel like some of the insecurities that she has are going to surface. So their relationship is going to be tested. It's kind of reminds me of like Kanye and Kim Kardashian, but the public won't know until they actually divorce, right? So I feel like, again, there's a lot of struggles, power struggles. There's a lot of deception here, things that are not being said. I see somebody coming into their relationship being messy, and I feel like this is more of a male. So it's not ARod. This would be more around JLo and who she works with, and I feel like Alex needs to question a lot of that, because even though there is a trust, who's to say that she's not necessarily, the tables are not turning and she's actually cheating on him, right? Because again, people will think, well, women don't do that. Well, honey, I'm here to tell you that they do. And I kind of feel like, there is some deception here. Why people would most suspect that Aaron would be unhappy. I feel like if he is unhappy at any given time, it would be because of the things that she's doing. And again, a lot of stress here. I feel like this is not This is not true love, and things are going to change here fairly quickly within the next 10 months or less from this reading. Things are changing. There's going to be more options presented to the both of them, a lot of different temptations, and it's going to be confusing whether or not they want to continue and actually get married, or if they do, again, I don't see this marriage being a long-term marriage because, again, the way that Jennifer has her karmic cycles in love, she's more about money. She's more about the fame, and she cares too much about what other people think about her rather than kind of standing in her authenticity and just being herself. It's like she wants to appease the people, and the people like this relationship. They have built it up to be something, that they feel like is like the next Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt type of, situation. But again, I just feel like there's just so much money around this relationship. And when I say money, I feel like it's more like for business. Yeah, because I get a lot of pentacle energy with this, a lot of new business opportunities. It's like this is the thing that you don't understand. Or maybe you do if you're someone that's in the celeb world. A lot of times these relationships are used to squeeze the financial system to get job opportunities, because sometimes when you are deemed as engaged or married with someone and both people are kind of, attractive and whatnot, or they both have star power, it kind of adds like a solid foundation. And you're taken a little bit more serious because people in the industry know that there are less scandals, that you would likely to have because you are in a committed relationship. But again, it's more of a, like, what do you call that? It's more optics than anything. It's more visual. So I see a lot of communication. I see change happening. So I feel like things are, may change in the relationship between now and 10 months, and there could be a new direction. They are planning to travel a lot over the next couple of months, but she's going to start beginning to feel trapped, and I feel like she's going to feel trapped in this relationship. There's things that he's going to want, maybe, and vocalize them to her that she may not like. And again, she is someone, like I said, with karmic lessons around love. So she is going to be someone that may decide that this is not right. I need to stop this. I need to, kind of like call it quits and move on and be single for a while. I feel like she's never really worked through her karmic lessons in this lifetime regarding love. And the only way to work through that would be to be single for a prolonged period of time and actually heal. I don't feel like she's ever wanted to do that. I feel like she feels vulnerability being alone or single or ridiculed by her peers in the industry. And for her, it's very, very hard for her to actually admit that and acknowledge that, until she does, and until she works through these healing issues that she needs to do, she's going to continue to be in these fruitless relationships that maybe, give you platonic moments, but at the end of the day, it's not true love. So I don't care what anybody says. I'm just telling you what I see, and I don't feel like this is an authentic relationship at all. But anyways, that's the tea from Spirit. I hope that you enjoyed it. For those of you that had questions about Marilyn Manson and JLO and ARod, well, there you go. All right, guys. So have a beautiful weekend and enjoy your the rest of your weekend, and take care. Bye.